Hello everyone, and welcome back to Unabridged. Since last time, I've done a lot, as you can probably tell by the nice blue lights on my magic house. First of all, we come on over in here. I made a primal charm, which randomly spits out an aspect node that you can use for your wand to help recharge some biz. So, it's not like too crazy important, but you know, it's kind of useful to have. I made a bunch more wand foci. This wand focus illumination is how these things exist. You just right click, and you pop one down, break it, and it disappears. So that's pretty cool. There's equal trade, which allows you to swap blocks crafting, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's an arcane work table and a regular crafting table. Fire, you've seen. Excavation just breaks blocks. So, cool. It's not the button I meant to press. Yeah, I think that's it. The reason I didn't make more was because of a little thing. It's actually not that little, called infusion, which we are going to be doing today. But first, there's something else we need to do. So if we look over in the thaumaturgy tab, there are these warding and portable hole. Both require infusion. And there's a lot of the other ones. If I didn't make it, it's because it requires infusion. Like, that's pretty much it. This one, yeah, this one couldn't make because it requires infusion. This one couldn't make because it requires infusion. Yeah. So there's a lot that we can't make because it requires infusion, and it seems like a pretty major thing that I didn't want to do off camera. So there's this thing, which will be where the infusion altar goes, and then this room below it for candles, because you need candles to stabilize your infusion, and I wanted to make sure I had room for enough, and this should be enough, for now anyway. I didn't make enough candles to completely fill that room, but yeah. This, I want to make another house, but it's going to be like sticking out of the side of a hill, so I don't know how it's going to look when it's done. But the main reason I want it to be doing that is so that it's easy to make a basement in it, which is where we'll be setting up the arcane alembic and alchemical furnace and that stuff, which we need in order to do a bunch of stuff, mainly infusion, because you need to be able to smelt the essentia down into its raw form and then blah 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 blah. So yeah, and I made a setup in my testing world that allows for some really cool stuff to be done with it, but in order for that to happen, you need a basement, and a basement with a lot of room. So that's why. See, it just did it. Primal Charm made an aspect orb pop out that I absorbed. Anyway, I need to do that. I'm just gonna build the house because it'll pretty much look the same as this, just down here. So shouldn't need too much more, and it'll be much smaller. And the inside is really what we're after. So let's see what it turns out to look like. So for the house, I decided to do something a bit different from what I originally intended, and this is what I've come up with. It's a hole in the wall, pretty much. I terraformed the area around it to not look like crap, with the house in it. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good, pretty natural. The only thing that isn't is how flat this thing is, and its shape, but I think it's okay. Inside, nice little room here. If you wanted to put in like a research table or whatever, we could. But then this basement area is really what's going to be important. I don't know how big of a room it needs to be in order to comply with the design that I want to use for my essentia jars and stuff. But pretty big. It takes like, so I'll have to show you the design that I made. But I will clear out a room show you the design. Alright, after extensive thinking about it and testing, I went with an approximation of 30 by 30. 30 blocks this way, 30 blocks this way. An issue, though, is that this is like outside. If we break like 2 blocks, we'll get outside. So there may be some more terraforming in my future. But we shouldn't need to go higher at all. The setup that I want to use should only take up 2 blocks. The jars will be on the floor level, and then will be 2 blocks above for pipes. But you need to go back like 3 blocks, so that could be an issue. But when and if that problem arises, we'll take care of it then. But for now, I gotta clear the rest of this room out. I feel like it's a good idea to show the design that I'm using. It has become smaller since I last thought about it and worked this out. It allows for 5 blocks to take up 4 essentia instead of 2 essentia, which I think is a lot better. It requires a hopper with this many items in it. You take a comparator output from that and run it into another comparator on subtract mode. So that when this thing gets full, this autonomous activator right-clicks it, and it extracts whatever's inside of it until it gets down to 32, and then it turns off. And the bottles extracted go up and into this barrel. And for here they come down. So, took me a while to make this. Like 2 hours or so to figure this out. But I think it works really well. So that's good. Anyway, I did a bit more calculating, and it turns out that we only needed a 21 by 21 room, so I need to fix that. I will see you back in the main world. Alright, so this is the size of the room. 21 by 21. Pretty good. I made a slight adjustment in my calculations, but the room stayed the same size, except now there's no staircase. We have to come in from the ceiling, or else it won't work. So, yeah. In order to get started with this, we need alchemical furnace, arcane alembic, and I want, I don't know, like 2 of those. I think that should be good. Bunch of essentia tubes. Bunch of essentia valves. We also need 56 warded jars, and some labels. I don't think we really need the labels, but it's nice to have, I guess. We need a bunch of files, and then also we need stuff that isn't from Thaumcraft. We need some autonomous activators, which are pretty easy to make from thermal expansion. Sadly, they require power in this version, so we'll just dimensional transceiver over from our big reactor into power for that. And we need like 50-something Viz readers for each jar. And then we need same amount of redstone comparators, repeaters, redstone torches, and hoppers. So we need a lot of stuff. I don't think... No, we don't need an alembic to do any of this, which is good. So we can get all of this stuff done before we need the alembic. So I'm gonna get all of that stuff crafted. I'll meet you back here. Alright, I have grabbed all of the resources I need to make this. And I made a slight change, slight adjustment. We are no longer using hoppers with a redstone comparator, we're just using this variable redstone emitter, which basically emits a signal strength for much cheaper than it would be to use a hopper. So, I'll build the first module of this on camera, just so that you know sort of what's going on here. So this is the wall, and we need the essential lined up along the wall. So first, put down a Viz reader, and then There's an autonomous activator there. Oh, I didn't make the augments. Okay. That's annoying. I have to do that. Well, anyway, then a redstone comparator in subtract mode, which runs into a block that has a repeater coming off of it, like so. That repeater runs into a block with a redstone torch on it, ding, which then runs into a block with another redstone torch, which then runs into that block. You have a block there, and then you take blue power repeaters and do one there, and one, actually I think that's oriented wrong, it should be like that, yeah. Break you, put that, no, like that, haha. And then, I think it's 16 and 8 ticks, and then we grab a variable redstone emitter and some redstone dust. The variable redstone emitter down here, and redstone, and we get an empty hand and click this 14 times, and this becomes 14 signal strength. Beautiful. So now basically what this does is, there's an augment that I will put, oh, it already has it. Awesome. Hi. Basically, so when this thing reads that the jar is completely full, it has a signal strength of 15 that is being outputted into this comparator. And there's a signal strength of 14 coming in through here. So it takes 15 minus 14, which is why it says retract mode, it outputs a signal strength of 1, which powers this block into this repeater, turns off this torch, turning on this torch, going into these repeaters, powering this block, turning on the autonomous activator, which then drains out, it'll do it half. It'll drain out, it'll click it 4 times before the repeater delay wears off and it stops. So yeah. And then right here there's a warded jar with an Essentia valve directly on top of it, and an Essentia tube there. And this is one completed module. Sort of. Okay, that's good. So we want this side to be output. Okay. Because we need to also wire energy through here, because they need to be powered, which is really annoying, and item conduits. The item conduit, oh, there's redstone there. How does this work then? Because the barrel, okay, I think it just, yeah, it just comes over. You have barrel 1 there. So the one from the left, this will output into here, and there'll be like an extraction and insertion filter for the right type of file. And then the one that's going to be here will output pretty much in the exact same way, except its barrel will go there, except not like that. It has to be on the side of the block, so that it faces right, like that. And then this needs to be set. I'll get the setting right later, but this works. I'm probably going to stick the alembic itself on this wall, but other than that, I just have to build this system all the way around the wall. So that will take some time, but I will meet you all when we're done. And now the first wall is done. Oh yeah. Decoration wise, not sure how I'm gonna do it. And there is a slight adjustment. The first repeater is 32 ticks. The second one is still 8, but the first one's 32. Just wanted to make sure that distinction was there. And yeah. I just have to do the other 4 walls, so oh boy. I guess we're doing the roof now too, because there's 4 more walls I have to do apparently. 3 more walls. Jeez. Alright. All 4 walls have been completed. Got the alembic over here. For the barrels, I just routed an item conduit like underneath and in, so it can't, because it can't put the barrels there, because then I can't see them. So that's where the barrels are for these 2. But anyway, To use this, six in some coal, and open up. Wait, did they just reopen upon logging in again? I had closed them all. They all reopened now? No. Maybe? No. Okay, good, they're all still closed. Good. So I want to open one. Sticking coal and sticking cobblestone. There's Perdito in there. After it runs out of Perdito, then I will switch on the Terra one, so that it can start generating Terra also. Once I have smelted up a bunch of different stuff. I don't really need to fill this room up, but I do want to get a lot of the basic essentia in it, so yeah. Alright, I've gotten a sizable amount of essentia, of the different types, I mean, this around here. Not all of them yet, because I don't really have stuff to get all of them, I think. I don't know. With a lot of Terra, though, so that's pretty cool. Like 18 files. I also made this Essentia Resonator, which basically allows me to see, like, if there's any Essentia stuck in a pipe or stuff like that. It allows me to see that, so pretty useful tool. Next up, we have this, and the main reason that we need this whole setup is for infusion. I already made a bunch of this stuff: runic matrix, arcane pedestals, and this stuff. Do I have that viz? I hope so. That's a scepter. Yeah, I do. Okay. So, what we need to do is, I have this space over here set up for it, though I should probably fill it in. But before I fill it in, I made a bunch of tallow candles. Here they are. A bunch of tallow candles. I don't know if I'll need that many, but I made them. I also don't know what I want to use as the main block for the infusion altar itself. Should probably just get like a bunch of cobblestone. Hang on a second. Alright, I grabbed a bunch of cobblestone. Now I'm going to come down here. This is a room that I'm going to use for candles. Basically, with infusions, they are unstable. And when they're unstable, bad things happen. So in order to increase stability, you can use items like these tallow candles, crystal clusters, which are just shards, or mob heads. And that's all go to increase the stability of something, which is good. However, they have to be in a symmetrical area, which is why I'm doing it down here, because it's easy to see what's symmetrical, and it keeps them hidden away and out of sight, so that we don't have like 50 bajillion candles up there with our altar. So, let's fill this layer in. I don't know how many we'll need in total, candle-wise, but as long as we have the whole floor filled, that should be good. Okay, then we have this entire room, or at least the floor of the room, filled with candles. I only have 11 left, so I can't really do anything else, but I will make sure that I can get back down there. So I think I want to use just like a nice chisel block, just fill the whole thing with it, like this. That looks cool. And my builder's wand. I should get my builder's wand. Right there. Builder's wand. Beautiful. Let's take this. Yeah, like this. Maybe this for a border, I guess. I do this around the outside. It doesn't really... This is just for looks. Like, the block choice that I'm using here doesn't really matter. And then, like, I don't know, something different for the middle. What about cobblestone with panel? How does this look? I should really use my builder's wand. Yeah, that's cool. I'll take it. Except I need more. Cobblestone with panel. I'll probably need more than that too, but whatever. We need stone bricks. Let me make sure this is centered, actually. Cool. Stone brick on the bottom. Arcane stone block. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this right. Cobblestone. Runic matrix. break the cobblestone. Wand, and boom. No? Are these backwards? And boom. No? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Oh, you need a pedestal. Did I have it right the first time? Probably, and I just messed it up. Yeah. Oh, great. Alright, there we go. Fusion altar. Now this spins, and it's cool looking and fancy schmancy and stuff. Where'd my thermometer go? There we go. I've already scanned it. And then pillar can't be scanned. Okay. So we made this. And this is cool on its own, whatever. But then, around the outside, we need these pillars. So, 3 blocks apart, so like that. Is this? I think this is symmetrical. I mean, if it's not, yeah. Okay. So we have 8. I think some need more, some recipes need more. But what I want to get is the wand focus warding, which takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the wand focus portable hole, which only takes 6. So I'll get the stuff that we need for both of these, and we'll make them. Alright, now that we've got everything for the infusion, I'm going to do warding first. We have to put the stuff on the altar like so. So quicksilver in the top, order, shards, those two, earth, and nether quartz. And now we need to put down the right jars. So that's Tudamin, Ordo, Terra, and Cognito. I'll just stick them down right here. They're within a 25 by 25 block radius of the center, which is what it takes. So this infusion has moderate stability. So we'll see what happens when we do this. Alright, it's taking stuff out. Sounds good. Looks fine.
Seems okay. So he's doing a lot of lightninging, which I don't like. He's gotta constantly be checking around to make sure
Ah, see, like this. When that happens, you gotta rush over and put it back on. Because if it falls off, you're screwed.
Keep watching. Keep watching. Nothing too bad has happened other than that. Okay. Got 2 more? Yes. Okay, items are going in. Okay, looks fine. Everything's going okay. It's good. Come on. Don't fail me now. Yes, I think we got it.
And boom! Warding wand focus. Awesome. Let's scan it and stick it in the pouch. Yoink. And now we can ward stuff. So basically I can just make it so this block is warded. Now it loses the connected texture, which is kind of disappointing. But I mean, it basically prevents it from being broken by like anything. So you can use it to make like farms for exploding stuff. So that's cool. Anyway, next up there is the portable hole, which is much less unstable, which is good. So we need the alienus, iter, not terra, or ordo, perdito, and permutatio, right? Gotta make sure that that is correct. Yep. And let's go.
Don't break. This one is a lot less unstable, so nothing too terrible should happen. Hopefully. Everything's going okay. Well, oh, that's not good. Okay. Thought it like just completely disappeared. That would've been bad, but it didn't, so we're fine. So far, anyway. Okay, it's almost done taking in stuff. Okay, items. Quartz, that shard. Nether quartz again. Air. Nether quartz, and entropy. Beautiful.
And boom. Portable hole. So with the portable hole, scan it. Stick it in the pouch. Yoink. So now, if like we're down mining or something, and we just want to escape really quickly, we can just use the portable hole. How much fizz does that take? Oh, not even that much. We can just take the portable hole and yoink, and it makes a hole. I think it would work better if I did it into the side of a mountain. So we just come down right here, yoink, and now we can walk through this, and now we're in here. eventually it'll close up. But yeah, so then you just click it again, and we can go back through. So, super cool. Pretty useful if you're ever trapped and you need to get out quickly. You can use a portable hole. I should re-grab those jars and put them back where they're supposed to go. But yeah, I think in between episodes, I'm gonna go get a silverwood wand, which is this infusion, which is like 7, which is an uneven number, and it's already moderate in stability. And then you have to infuse thaumium caps, but it makes like a really good wand. So, yeah. There's also like random other wand foci that I might get, like this wand focus blink. I'll explain what all that does in the next episode. I don't think there's any oh yeah, there is. On focus liquefaction, on focus infusion, and I think that's it. Those are all the ones that I can get at the moment. There are more that exist, but I know that like 5 of them are like forbidden, so don't want to do those. But yeah. In any case, I'm gonna leave this here. If you like and subscribe, if you enjoy, leave a comment with any feedback you have for me, and I'll see all of you later. Bye.